Alright guys, welcome back. I am, as always, that Otaku Bear, and today we're going to be doing something a little different. As every gamer knows, E3 is just around the corner. I believe it's next Sunday. It's the 10th of January.
Hold on.
Alright guys, so anyways, E3 is just a couple weeks away, and so, you know, everybody's coming up with their E3 list. So I figured, what the hell, let's jump on board, and I whipped up a quick list of my own, and we're going to be going over my top 5 games that are confirmed, and then I threw in a couple that I'm just really hoping are there. Just thirsty. Alright, so anyways, let's start this off with obviously the one I'm most excited about, and that would be, clearly, Fallout 76. Or so it's called so far, but yeah, a couple days ago, okay, yeah, it should work. Yeah, a couple days ago I woke up and was looking through Twitter after some stuff, and I saw something from Bethesda. And it was literally just a little test pattern, and it said, please stand by. Damn. Anyway, that blew up the internet, and it melted my mind, because I'm like a Fallout freak. I love anything Fallout. So, yeah. All that day, no news. I was like, all wanting news. So, next morning, I checked Twitter, and there's the announcement for Fallout 76. And if you haven't seen the trailer, go check out the trailer. It's pretty awesome. It's a good shot of basically a pre-war vault. Looks very pristine. It's Vault 76, which through lore we know is in, I believe, West Virginia. So rumors are, oh, disclaimer, everything in this video is basically hearsay and rumors. E3 isn't here. This is just what I'm picking up through IGN, GameSpot, all of those. So this is not hard fact. Don't quote me on it. But yeah, basically it looks like it's going to be set in the greater Virginia area. So not an exact copy of the Capital Wasteland, which some people were worried about. It's going to be set well before any other Fallout. One of the Pip-Boys in the teaser shows a date of 2107. Now, that's almost 60 years before Fallout 1, and so if it is a true Fallout game, you know, going out, not just a Fallout Shelter game, it's going to be a pretty different experience if it's only some, I think, what, 65 years after the war? So it's going to be pretty hellish out there. Think the glowing sea in Fallout 4, that kind of stuff.
Hub City's not even existent yet.
Oh no, this is earliest in lore. Alright, let's see what else. Oh, also, right now, Kotaku is putting around the rumors that it is going to be an online RPG in the vein of like Rust, so a survival RPG, which, I mean, that kind of fits for Fallout, but I myself am a single-player person. I love a good driven story, just going out and doing my own thing without, you know, having to worry about groups or raids or parties or somebody stealing my shit. You know, that's all fun in its own way, but I'll just put a warning.
It's Fallout, I mean...
It's Fallout. That can happen, and we're seeing it get there with the base building, caravans, all that. So it is a logical direction to take it, but I do hope they maintain some offline capabilities. Alright guys, so that's basically all we know for now about Fallout 76. We actually don't even know if that's the actual name or not. Our neighbor. Alright guys, so we're moving on to number 2 on our list, and that is going to be Assassin's Creed Opa! Or as it's currently known, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I had to, guys. I'm Greek. But yeah, so this is yet another leak. I believe IGN said this is the 11th time Assassin's Creed has leaked pre-E3, which, come on guys, you're doing it on purpose. But no, this one looks amazing because it is set in ancient Greece finally. And all the rumors are saying that it's going to be a somewhat sequel to Origins, which makes sense because you were working with a number of Greek affiliates and, you know, setting up that whole plot line.
Theodoros!
Okay, so, big thing, they're going to be changing it up, not so much with the actual gameplay, but for the first time we're going to get dialogue choices. So think Commander Shepard, you know, BioWare-style dialogue choices. That should actually be pretty cool. I was missing that with Bayek. You know, every now and then he would say something, and I was like, it feels like you meant to say something else. But yeah, that should make it much more intertwined of a story, more connective. And yeah, that'll be cool. Let's see, what else? Oh, there will be 2 playable characters, much like Syndicate. It's going to be a female and a male. No word if it is Aya or Bayek yet, although Aya would certainly make sense. She was, she was somewhat Greek, and she was working with the Greek mercenaries.
And when we left off Bayek, he was forming the Order.
Right, and so Maya, I'm sorry, I do it a lot. Aya, she was doing the actual assassin thing, whereas, of course, Bayek, when we left off, he was, trying to do the more build up the actual Brotherhood. So, we left off there, so it's obviously a jumping off point, but right now there is no solid guarantee that it's an actual sequel. Yes, if it's set, I believe, we'll move on to that, I believe it is still set in New Austin, or Texas, because we've seen Blackwater, we've seen maybe Armadillo. It's earlier, so it would be smaller. But yeah, for the most part, it does look like it's set in New Austin, just a much larger encompassing, because we're seeing plains, we're seeing full snow, all that good stuff. And then let's also mention first-person camera. Now, again, GTA, when they moved on to the new systems, like 6 years later, yeah, when they moved on to that, one of their big features and selling points to sell it again was first person. And at first I was kind of skeptical, but after playing with it, it was actually really cool. It's a whole new way to experience the world. And again, Rockstar is not really big on just dropping ideas. They take something from one franchise and they improve it and move it. Look at Midnight Club to GTA's garages. Incredible. So yeah, I really do expect to see first-person camera and a massive online component, but we also do know that it's going to be story and character-driven, and so yeah, I'm actually really hyped for this one. Red Dead was one of my favorite games back on the 360, and I really hope they can work in some good music with, like they did the first one, well, first/second one.
The Border?
Yeah. Going into Mexico for the first time, if you played it, which you should have, you know what I mean. Alright guys, so we are now at number 4 on my list, and we're getting to the less exciting ones. And this one is kind of unknown still. It is Anthem by BioWare. Now, of course, BioWare is Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Coder, and so they know their sci-fi stuff, but, I don't know, this kind of looks like a mashup of Mass Effect and Monster Hunter to me, and I mean, yeah, those are both great games, but I don't know, seems like an interesting concept, and especially from what we've seen so far, it seems to be only online, which is a huge bummer for me. Yeah, it's fun playing online, you get a whole new, world to experience, but man, BioWare delivers some of the best characters and offline experiences, and yes, I know, shoot me down, I loved Andromeda. Andromeda was great, and I am holding Anthem to a really high standard because they chose this over a sequel to Andromeda. So personally, I'm going in a little biased, but I'm a huge BioWare fan. I love their games and what they do, so I am really amped up to see what they can do for Anthem, and kind of hoping they change the name. That's a weird name for a game. Guys, number 5 on our list, which, yes, I did it on purpose, is Battlefield V, which would be 5, but no, it is V for victory. This has been said a lot by EA, and I really, really enjoyed Battlefield 1. With as high fantasy and sci-fi as shooters had gotten lately, especially Call of Duty, it was great to go back to a good, solid, grounded shooter. Battlefield 1942 was really my introduction to modern shooters.
Online gaming.
Well, yeah, online gaming at all. That and PSO. Woo! But yeah, it was just awesome to play that. I'm a huge World War I buff. That time frame is just really romanticized for me. So they nailed that. I loved the war stories. I really hope they double or even triple down on the campaign, because they nailed that. Anybody who's played it, come on, was Lawrence not the best? But yeah, so I really am glad that they're sticking to offline campaign. It looks like they're going bigger and better on that. And yeah, so Battlefield victory should be awesome. World War II, yeah, 15 years ago we were burned out, but now I'm burned out on space and zombies, and just give me good old-fashioned Nazis to shoot in the face. Alright guys, that's number 5. That completes the actual list of confirmed games, but real quick we'll do a couple of basically hopefuls. You know, I just didn't feel right leaving certain games on there because they were basically either not confirmed or straight up said not to be there. But I still want to mention them because I love the franchises. First up, we will be talking about Borderlands, which has a 3 instead of an E. This is basically a 1% chance. Randy Pitchford, head of Gearbox, basically came out and said, no, Borderlands 3 will not be at E3. Now, see, that's funny because he said Borderlands 3, and then now he's starting to use Borderlands with the 3 in it. Coincidence or not? I don't know. And also, I've noticed that like IGN and them are still giving it a lot of attention, even though it's basically been said it won't be there. Wonder why? Alright, guys, and along that vein, and I just thought of this one, I want to throw out CDProjektRed, which is the Witcher studio. And they are confirming a game, an RPG, but they aren't saying which franchise. Which is interesting because, what is it? What is it? I think Cyberpunk 77? Cyberpunk 2077? Yeah. Please don't quote me, it's been a while since I've seen it. But, yeah, that's supposed to be a big game that's coming out from them. So, for them to say it's an untitled RPG, that's very interesting. Curious. And alright guys, let's go ahead and move on to my last hopeful, and this one's a little more likely, but not announced yet, and that would be the next installment of the Forza Horizon franchise. And in my honest opinion, I think they need to go to Asia, whether it be China, or Korea, or Japan. Mongolia. Oh, well, that was Mongolia. But I honestly would love to see Forza Japan because, I mean, honestly, they have an amazing car culture, they have amazing roads, and they have an amazing, I mean, it just looks beautiful over there. You can go everywhere, and it just looks amazing. And on top of that, you can throw in some Tokyo Extreme Racer type stuff, long highway hauls, and make me really happy. So yeah, although unconfirmed so far or even announced, I would really dig a new Horizon and really enjoy it being set somewhere with an Eastern vibe, so like China, Korea, or Japan. I think that would be awesome. Alright guys, so that has been my E3 list, plus a little couple extra thrown in, and I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait for E3, and peace out guys.